Okay, in this video, we're going to be talking about setting up sales using platforms other than the built-in Stripe connection within your White Label Suite dashboard. So perhaps you want to be able to take sales through another platform that you have. That might be GHL, or it might be ClickFunnels, or it might be Thrivecart or ClickBank or PayPal directly, or any other platform that you can think of. So what we're going to do in this video is show you how to create the licenses in the platform, no matter which payment system you're using. Now, what you'll need to do is to be able to connect a webhook to fire the license creation within the dashboard here. So in steps, first, you need to create a package for sale. So if you haven't already done that in our previous videos, you'll need to have a package for sale. Then once you have that package for sale, you'll need to create a payment mechanism on the other platform. And then you'll need to fire a webhook once that payment goes through. So you'll need a package. You'll need to be able to take a payment, and you'll need to be able to fire a webhook once that payment goes through. So let's have a look at all of those things. So in our previous video, we talked about packages, and we've got a few that we've set up during this tutorial and training. So I'm going to use one of these, and I'm going to use this 500 leads program package that I had set previously. And we can then have a look at a few different ways of firing this webhook. So I know a lot of our clients are using GHL or Go High Level. I'm going to show you how you could potentially sell a Go High Level sub account. So you've got your SaaS system running over there, somebody subscribes, and you want to include a license to your leads program with their SaaS subscription. So let's follow it through. They subscribe using your GHL program, and the payment goes through, and that payment also fires a license creation here. That's what we're going to create right now. So we've got our package set up. Again, you'll need to have that in place. The next step is over in our GHL dashboard. Now, of course, we've all got our own branding of GHL. I'm going to jump over here into a demonstration company that I've got. And we're going to see if we can fire this from here. So imagining that this is your primary account, this is where you sell your subscriptions to GHL as an example. And we're going to simply create an automation that fires when that subscription is paid to you. So in other words, they pay you, and that payment also creates the license for your leads program as well. So they get that included in their bundle offer, in their SaaS offering, if you like. So what we're going to do is create a workflow starting from scratch, and we're going to fire this workflow based on a subscription payment. So this is subscription payment. Subscription payment, GHL, and leads, just like that. Okay, so now I want my trigger to be a subscription payment. So we're going to go down to payment received, and it's actually a subscription payment. So subscription. Now what we want to do is set that to be when the subscription status is active. And perhaps you want to tie it to a specific product within your program. So let's say a product is one of the products that you might have. You've already set up a specific subscription there in the system, perhaps not. But when this payment or subscription is active with that particular product, now what we want it to do is you might be tagging, you might be sending a welcome email, but you also want to do an extra step, which is fire a webhook so it creates the license in your leads program. Let's see how that works. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say webhook is my action. And what I wanted to do is post to a specific URL. Sorry, clicked outside. Here we go. Webhook, post, and now we need that URL. So where do we get that from? Over in our white label dashboard here, we've got our leads program, and I created a package for sale. All I need to do is just copy that link and paste it over here. Now, that's not all we need to do, because we also now need to send some additional data with this payment. Now, what data do we need? If I look here, it shows us the data that we need. So we need first name, last name, email, an expiry date, and a verification key. And all of this will come from that specific package. So I want first name, last name, email, and expiry and verification key. So over here we go. So the first name comes from the contact, first name, the last name. Again, we need to copy and paste so this is exact, otherwise it won't work. Last underscore name, all in lowercase like that. And that also comes from my contact. There we go. I need their email. Let's pop that in there. And again, that comes from our contact information. Now, there's two other pieces of data that we need. an expiry date. Now this, if you're selling a monthly subscription, this would be 30 days. If you're selling an annual subscription, this would be 365 days. So we can leave that blank, but we can pop in there an expiry date. So expires in, this is monthly. So let me say 31 days. Okay. And what we can do then is say the verification key. Now this is specific and it needs to be exact to this particular package. So this key relates to this package. And if you've got multiple packages, each key will be different. So you need to make sure that if they're buying a monthly, they get this key. If they're buying an annual, they get a different key. So the verification key needs to be exact and needs to come from the package itself. So let me just copy and paste that. Over we go. Okay, and save. Now, I can hear everybody saying, what if the month's only got 28 days or 30 days? That's fine. That means their license will run for 31 days. But if the payment comes on the 28th, then it'll automatically renew that for another 31. So they'll never be locked out on a monthly subscription using that setup there. Okay, that's it. So literally, now, when somebody pays me inside of GHL, in this case, they're buying a subscription from me, it's going to trigger the webhook, which will then also create the package for sale over in my leads program. So set up and done. Okay, now there's another step here before I jump across and show you the same thing in Thrivecart using Zapier, and that is to set up a cancellation webhook as well. So what happens if, let me come back and create a brand new workflow. What happens if this person stops paying? So I'm going to create a workflow here also if they cancel their subscription. So we're going to say cancel subscription and leads program. So again, my trigger here is my payment, okay, subscription. And when my status is canceled, I want it to take a specific action. So when my subscription status is canceled, I also want to send a webhook command to cancel that leads access. But where do we get that one? It's not in the same place. So our cancellation webhook is actually here in our subscriptions area right here. So you need to come down to subscriptions and it is over here. Now, this is the same webhook for your cancellations all the way through. So that's why it's here instead of in my packages, not to be confusing. It's one particular URL always, and you just need to pass across the email. So I'm copying that and I'm coming up and I'm saying, okay, my action again is a webhook and it's going to post to the URL I just copied. And all I need is the email from my contact, like that, and that's it. So now when, if my subscriber cancels inside of GHL, it will fire that command and cancel that for me inside of my leads program as well. So they'll stop getting access immediately that goes through. Now you can manage that subscription, you can re-enable it, you can do all that kind of stuff, but that's your way of making sure if they stop paying, they stop getting access and we're all good. Okay, so we've created there a method of taking a sale, not using the inbuilt Stripe system. Now I can use GHL to take my payment over there. But what if you're using something like Thrivecart or Samcart or any other payment platform that's out there? We want to be able to do a similar thing. Okay, so next, what we're going to look at is the Zapier platform. Now, it's exactly the same thing, but the reason we're using Zapier in this example is because so many other platforms drop into it. And the same goes for Make, which used to be called Integromat, or Pabbly, or any of the other third-party platforms that allow you to connect webhooks. It is exactly the same process. I'm just going to show you how we set that up in Zapier. So, for example, if you take payment via Thrivecart or Samcart or ClickBank or any of the others that are out there, however you take payment, you can connect it up to Zapier and create the license from that payment. So I'm just going to show you inside of Zapier, we're going to create a new webhook. And let's say, for example, that we're, a new Zap. Let's say, for example, we're taking payment from Thrivecart as an example, or Samcart, and we want to then fire that webhook. So here we go. Let's go with, let's say, for example, I'm taking payment via, let me look for, I think Thrivecart may be one of them. I've got a Thrivecart account, but again, Samcart, ClickBank, ClickFunnels, any of them at all. Okay, so when let's go, product is purchased. There we go. When a product is purchased, we want it to be the trigger. So when a product is purchased, I'm going to come back and sign that in a minute. Then we want it to fire a webhook. And it's exactly the same process. So when a product is purchased on this platform, fire a webhook. Okay, so let me find that. There we go. Webhooks by Zapier. And we want it to, again, post to my specific webhook. And I need, again, my link. So let me get that link. Over I go. Paste that in. Okay, so it's asking me to complete the step 1, but that's okay. So when it goes into this particular URL, and again, now we want to make sure we're sending across the data in the same way. So let's go with our data here. So again, I want my first name, last name, email, and my expiration date, etc. So first name, drop it in there. It's going to come from my purchase. Okay. So next I want my last name. And again, it's going to come from my purchase. I want my email. Now I'm leaving these mapping fields blank because I haven't connected up that payment system itself, but I'm just showing you how it works. So payment from Thrivecart and all of the same information comes through. I need that expiry. Expires in, like that. And verification key, the same one. Here we go. And I'll get that key. Again, what I'm showing you here, guys, is that you can take payment from anywhere and have it automatically create that license for you in your lead system. Okay, so there we go. I'm just going to save this. It's probably going to give me an error. But again, this is, I'm showing you the example. So all you need to do is say when a payment comes through, send it to that webhook, and the webhook is created for you. Okay, and you can verify the data and the key. And then any payment on any platform, so long as it can fire that webhook, will automatically create the license for you. Now, we talked about doing that with a free trial, but we're also now showing you that you can do that using any payment platform whatsoever and connecting it up with Pabbly or Zapier or Make, Integromat, etc., and fire that webhook so that it creates a license. You can do it in GHL, you can do it from HubSpot, you can do it from absolutely anywhere. So long as you can fire that webhook, it will create the license for you. So that's how you can set up and sell using any platform, including GHL, and bundle it together with other services and send that across into the system to create the license for you.